Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You like that? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Thursday morning, I believe it is. Yep. Over here inside the studio, we got a loaded one for you today, part 2 of the National Championship Film Study. Yesterday, we watched Indiana's defense, an exceptional display of execution and chaos. Today, we take a look at this Indiana offense. One of my favorites to watch from an offensive line execution standpoint, Jonathan. Hat, hands, feet, all of it. Great, tremendous technique down there at the line of scrimmage. Also love the offensive structure, all right, how they chase efficiency and take advantage of explosives when you present the opportunity, not the other way around. Most teams nowadays chase explosivity and hunt efficiency when you allow it. Nope, that's not what Indiana does. And I think it's the preferred method, particularly if you are going to maintain possession, squeeze the game, shrink the clock, like Indiana chooses to do so. Hey, got a couple of rules around here on our final in-game film study of the year. The rest of the way, it's all transfer portal additions and nonsense. So this is the why. This is why Indiana won a national title and how they managed to do so, despite the fact that they don't have the most talented roster in the world. As Kirk Cinetti said, there isn't 11 NFL future pros and long-standing NFL guys on that roster. They are about execution and playing together as a unit, and they won a national title doing so, the first to do so undefeated. If you are a new person here today, we got a couple of rules around here. If you learned anything about the game of football today, you must subscribe. If you learned anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, you Indiana folks that have found us, we appreciate you for being here, man, for real. You have one of the football teams that I've always said it's a film guy's football team, right? If you like watching film, if you like breaking down, finding the whys or finding where they found the advantage apart from the roster, you got to look at the film. And this football team, they watch more film than anybody else, and I think they win because of it, right? They win because of it. Let's take a look at snap number 1. If you're a Miami fan watching today, I'll tell you, I don't think this was a defensive loss. I think this was an offensive loss. You did not score enough points. You did not do good enough on special teams. That's what cost you the game. Defensively, this is the best effort anyone really put forth against this Indiana offense all year long. Okay, let's take a look right here. I thought tackling cost them. All right, did Miami. If you're a Miami fan listening today, I did not feel as if you capitalized on their opportunities inside this 5-yard and 10-yard line, right? We have won the field position battle at this point in the football game to start it. We better maintain the field position battle, all right? They don't. They don't. Right here on the first play of the series, they miss a tackle out in the flat. Okay, we spit it out in RPO format. It should be thrown out. The box is heavy, right, Jonathan? Something we talked about going into this. Don't think you need to do that. Think you need to dedicate bodies outside of the box in the RPO game. They failed to do so. More importantly, they failed to make a tackle right here, right? We can't do this. We cannot give up elite field position. We have won right here. We have gotten an advantage early to start the football game. We got a few first downs and then settle for a punt, and then boom, next thing you know, they're out of their own end. We can't do this, all right, as a defense. It's a great tackle right there. Let's go to play number 4. All right. Want to look at the plan here on third down. We always talk about this, Jonathan. What are you doing on third down? What is your plan? The plan right here, simulated pressure, play some zone. Okay, we got 2 down here on the bottom, really a flat defender over here, so kind of playing quarters on this half. All right, and we're playing zone coverage up here, 41 dropping underneath the number 2 wide receiver, and we're rushing our best 4, right? Rushing our best 4 football players and pass rushers as a defense, and we get home right here as well. Great rush right here by Marquise Lightfoot, running right through the face of the running back, and as a defense, we get an elite stop here to start the football game. I just would have liked to see them have to punt that thing from inside their own 10. Wouldn't you, Jonathan? I would love to see the punter's feet inside the red zone or inside the end zone line instead of punting the football at the 20, okay? Great job getting off the field Would have liked to see you capitalize on the field position, though. Woof. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. He got him some. Will you look up Marquise Lightfoot for me? Is he a second-year player at Miami? I know he was a 5-star coming out. This development of 12 mid through the year, I would argue was part of the reason why they were where they were, because this kid came on so strong towards the end of the year.
Yeah, he was a true freshman in 2024.
So this is his second year in college?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's what it's supposed to look like, okay? Now, I told you, a lot of this today, if you're coming today just like wow at Indiana, we're going to wow at Miami's defense too, because I think they got football players that are going to play for a long time. Like number 99. Will you get me a first name on 99, Jonathan? I think his last name's Morton. 99 is 6'3", 340 pounds. And boys and girls, he looks in person and moves as if he's 285 pounds, and he is not. Ahmad Moten. Is he draft eligible this year?
I believe he's a senior, yeah.
In my money, he would be the first defensive tackle off the board, or one of them, okay? This kid is elite. Watch 99 here in the middle, all right? Now, this Pat Coogan cat is supposed to be really, really good, right? And he is. I believe in Pat Coogan's stock. We're going to want to bury this film. We're going to want to bury this film somewhere deep in the Atlantic Ocean, to say the least. Very rarely do you see movement skills like that at 340 pounds, Jonathan. Very, very rarely, okay? I also think this guy's going to play football for a really long time. As much as we talk about Bain's like ability to rush and all that good stuff, he's got some J.J. Watt in him to me, in the sense that the motor is always on. We're always going 110 miles an hour. We're always tacking it out. Every single rep. I think that's important. I think it's really, really important. We play like that on rundowns. We play like that on pass downs. We do all of it. But here's the deal. We got them in 1st and 20, right, Jonathan? Just had them inside their own 10. All right, we got them on 1st and 20. We got them off the field the first time, 1st and 20. This is a statistically doom and gloom situation historically for offenses. Normally, we've already kind of conceded the possession mathematically, all right? Not in terms of style and what we're going to call, but mathematically, stats say we're in deep shit right here. Not if we hit an RPO and they can't tackle, though. So here we go. Put the ball in the belly of the back. This player right here commits himself to the box, all right? So we've got that square in right behind it. Now, that's not the problem. This is the problem. The problem is he caught that ball a yard short of the sticks, and this is a 25-yard explosive. That's the problem, okay? You know who will you give me a height weight on my man Omar Cooper? You know who I mentally compared him to? And maybe it's just the drip, but it's also the yards after catch ability. It's CeeDee Lamb. This guy kind of reminds me of what CeeDee can do after the catch, all right? And I'm not saying he is CeeDee, because CeeDee's like 6'2". I don't know how big Omar Cooper is. He looks to me to be about maybe 6 foot, 200 pounds. But that type of yards after catch ability and those long strides, I think he reminds me of CeeDee. What you got?
6 foot 201.
Guy knows ball, huh? Guy knows ball. All right, here we go. We got to fix the confidence monitor. I can't have that thing going in and out on me all damn day, man. I could watch this offensive line play for hours, man. And I did last night until about 2 o'clock in the morning. The foot fire, the hat placement. I want you to watch these interior offensive linemen and watch how rat-a-tat-tat their feet are. Okay, if your feet are stuck in the ground, you are a dead soul. You're a dead soldier, all right? But if them feet are firing, we got a chance to win in the long run. This is an exact example of it right here. Watch those interior offensive linemen. Watch those feet. Right? Good pad level, too. Look at the left guard. All right, we talk about getting to the hip as offensive linemen all the time. That's exactly what it's looked like. I got to have my pad level lower than his. Look at Coogan right here at center. Who's underneath who right there, Jonathan? Coogan's up underneath Justin Scott, is he not? All right, now I want y'all to watch this guy over here. What's my old adage about offensive linemen blocking secondary level players, defenders, Jonathan? Do you know? Put him in his parking spot, right? We got 2 white stripes connected to our feet. Let's go put that sucker in our parking spot just like that right there. Make him pick a side, right? Go step on his toes, make him pick a side, and when he does, we've probably won. That's a 7-yard gain right there for a football team, all right, that's predicated off of efficiency. I think we probably should have kept that front side, though, back. Don't you? Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look at that crease right there. And the right tackle's going to get, or the right guard's going to get up to 1, too. Nonetheless, we'll take a profit, though, won't we?
Yep.
Let's go to play 9. Now, I do respect this out of Miami, and I think there's 2 strategies, right? You either play zone over the RPOs, 3 over 2, right, Jonathan? Or you play man-to-man and you pressure the box and try to stop the run game. If we're going to do the latter, we better hit the quarterback, which I'm fine with what Miami chose to do. Am I fine with whether or not the referees called targeting or whether or not they called roughing? No. But I'm fine with the defensive coordinator from Miami saying, if he's going to be involved in play fakes, we're going to hit him. If he's going to be involved in RPOs, we're going to hit him. If we have a free runner because you're RPOing and counting the box, we're going to hit him, okay? Because this is what we have to do to this football player. We at least got to get some cracks on him. I'm fine with it. I didn't think it was malicious. I think it was, well-timed. He didn't get a personal foul here, and he didn't wrap up and land on him, right? But we got a shot on him. That's the important thing. But we didn't, get out there and make a tackle at the contact point. We gave up another 4 yards after contact to Elijah Surratt. Can't do that. Now, I've been a guy that, if you're drafting this kid, you're going to have to really, really grind through the tape. You're not just going to be able to – you're going to have to grind through the tape differently than most times. You can't just he had 25 pass attempts today. Well, yeah, he did, but 9 of them or 12 of them or 15 of them today might have been out of RPO structures. That's not what we do in the NFL. I mean, other than the Philadelphia Eagles, who's still RPOing nowadays in college or in pro football?
Not many.
Nobody. Okay, so we got to be able to process, right? We got to be able to read 1 through 5. We got to be able to read progressions top down, bottom up. We got to be able to do all of it. We got to play under pressure as well because we're going to go to if we get drafted by the Raiders, dude, you're going to get hit before you even get the ball. Okay, so we better be ready to play on time. In fact, we better be ready to play ahead of time. This is an exact example of it right here. He was under pressure all football game, Jonathan, and they actually did give him some traditional passing game concepts, okay? He's going to come to the line of scrimmage, get the protection nice and cleaned up, which, again, is something I like to see if I'm evaluating him from an NFL standpoint. But here's what I really, really like, okay? He looks to his left, sees an underneath hook defender ready and prepared to drive down on that speed out, right, Jonathan? You see that? The safety pre-snap was too high. Okay, you see the safety up here? The safety pre-snap was too high. This guy looks like he's in the box. They're actually going to invert their responsibilities post-snap. And I love Mendoza's eyes. He's not looking at the concept. He's looking at their safety that just squeezed into a low hole player. So we're going to immediately eliminate off of that, come over here down to our check down, and get the ball out. Why is this important? Because he's about to get hit. That's why that's important. Okay? So pressure's quick, processor quicker, right? Pressure can be quick. My processor better be quicker. My concepts better be quicker as well, which is exactly what Indiana's doing right here. I see too many college offenses nowadays not giving the quarterback hot threats, right, Jonathan? We're going to see something a little bit later where, hey, it's third and 6, and everybody's driving 9, 10, 12 yards down the sticks, and we're getting sacked because we have no hots. This offense really, really well designed. Great job putting the guy right there in front of the quarterback's face, expecting and anticipating pressure. This is something I need other coordinators to figure out, though. Okay, this right here, this willingness to be patient, this willingness to be efficient as opposed to explosive. It's 1st and 10 right now. They're going to get a lot of space here at the top of the screen. They're going to spit it out, and they're going to take the 6 yards. Okay, because I'm fine being in 2nd and 4. I'm comfortable being in 2nd and 4. Sure, would I like a touchdown here? That'd be nice. But I'd also like to maintain possession, continue to squeeze, and what's the old boxing adage, control the ring? I want to control the ring. That's what they do. They do a great job of controlling the ring through efficiency metrics like that right there. All right, now this is a coaching point for young linebackers and young edge rushers. Jonathan, I want you to take a look at this angle from Toure as he's a free rusher over here to your right side of the screen. He's going to take a nice deep angle, and at one point you're probably going to think he's running way too far, way too deep, right? Look at his angle right here. It's way back there. What's he doing, Jonathan?
Chasing the back hip.
Chasing the back hip. That a boy's chasing the back hip. And then once the quarterback has fully committed himself to remaining inside the pocket, then we're going to squeeze the angle, right? Then we're going to finish on that back hip. That's a good job right there, Toure. It's an even better job by the producer listening through the years. I love that, bud. I think we give up a big-time run here. Yeah. Boom. All right. I saw a lot of this in this film, a lot of this that I did not expect to see from a Miami linebacker unit that I was really, really high on going into the football game, right? Watching them against A&M, watching them against, Ohio State, turn around, watching them against who'd they beat, Ole Miss. Linebackers played great. I never saw them what we call lost in the sauce, guessing left, jumping left, backs going right. Watch number 1 right here in the middle of your screen, okay? I think we're a little bit lost in the sauce right here, okay? I think we're a little bit lost in the sauce. We're not tracing that back as well as we were the first couple of games, were we, Jonathan? Okay? Now, also, a lot of this has to do with the fact that they're running split zone at us. That's going to hit in a variety of different ways depending upon where the combinations land, all right? But look at this. This is basically a triple team right here because they have nobody threatening backside A-gap. So Coogan's going to continue to work this way, as is this left tackle going to continue to work up. And they're going to take whoever ultimately shows up late. And then we get one-on-one opportunities with the safety. And I don't know about you, Jonathan, but I ain't seen Jacoby Thomas take a lick like that all season. He is normally the one delivering the strikes on this channel. Same thing here, like Indiana fans, don't get mad at me. I think this is legal, okay? And now, whether or not it's contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless receiver, that's a whole nother point. But that is not dirty to me. And do you know why? Because something has to give defensively. If you're going to present a bunch of threats, I have to take away the threats. Do you understand? Okay, so if we're going to take hard fakes and 3 steps towards the end man of the line of scrimmage, understand he's legal to hit you in the face, okay? I would argue as a defensive coordinator, this is going to sound dirty. I would argue that this is more important than 15 yards. What would you say? That's probably what Fetterman was thinking, honestly. And the defensive staff as a whole is like, hey, if we're going to be compromised, we're going to hit him. You know, if there's going to be compromised defense, there's going to be contact is what there's going to be. What's your thought on that, Jonathan?
My original thought was probably definitely targeting, but I also understand the action of the defender.
Definitely targeting. Like I said, I'm not here to debate whether or not the contact was to the head or neck area. Right. What I'm here to tell you is if I'm playing an RPO system, we will hit the quarterback. Whether or not we hit him legally is a whole nother different discussion. All right, but we're going to hit him. And I'm okay with that thought process.
For sure.
Now, both of these teams rotated in extra offensive linemen all game. Did you notice that, Jonathan? Yeah, they went 6-OL quite a bit here in this football game. We'll 6-OL quarterback draw right here. They come back to it in a different set to win the football game a little bit later. I just thought that was worth noting. I thought this was his first and only miss in the entire playoff run, Jonathan. He misses this ball inside by about 1.5 yards. Probably should be picked off, okay? But in terms of ball placement, that's the only miss I can think of. Do you have one?
Not off the top of my head.
I don't have one. I don't have a single ball. He probably threw 50 attempts in the national title. No, more than that. Probably threw 70 attempts in the run to the national title in the playoffs. I think we have one bad ball placement, and that's that one. And when he does that, we have to pick that football off O'Connor. Agree or disagree, Jonathan?
Oh, yeah, got to capitalize off that.
He don't make many mistakes. The team as a whole does not make a lot of mistakes. When he misses a ball inside like this, that's got to go back the other way. It has to. My notes right here just say Aiden Fisher wasn't the only number 4 with ridiculous instincts. Something's going on with my film over here. I think we're good. Watch number 4. Where's he at? Oh, he's up here at the top of the screen. I want to watch this one from the wide, but you really get the coaching point from the tight. This is that J.J. Watt comp right here, Jonathan. Everyone shows the clips of him rushing. I'm far more impressed by his first down B-roll tape. Far more impressed, okay? We got a tight end trying to pin us down right here. We see pull, don't we? Also, for a guy that gets shitted on by his arm length, he sure uses his hands really, really well. I'm just going to let you know that. Like this right here. Boom, get off my ass. Now, at 285 pounds. I want you to watch these next 3 steps. Not bad. Nor is 99 back here on the backside. That's a 340-pounder, guys. Oh, there's another clip of 99. 340 pounds. And I bet he carries 100 of them in his quads. Watch him jump 2 guys right here, Jonathan. Woof. And then more importantly, from this point, because we've compromised ourselves, right? We've jumped the gap. From this point to close space and get to the back, shut up. You know what I mean? Because if you're Coogan at this point, dude, he's ran both of these this offensive guard got flat backed on that first possession we saw of him jumping over him, right? And Coogan's gotten reset several times in this football game. So what are you thinking as an offensive lineman? I got to play aggressive over my toes, right? And then he jumps 2 gaps, gets flat, turns, peels, and pursues the back? Huh. They were evenly matched offensive and defensively. Indiana's offense, Miami's defense, it was a great war. Like I said to start the show, I thought this was an offense and special teams loss from Miami. What an elite 5-star rep right here by Marquise Lightfoot as well, okay? Look at 12. This is elite movement pattern and skill stuff right here from 12, okay? I think we're at sim pressure. We are, all right? And now we're just going to close space, unzip, retrace, go pace the back the entire time at 6'5", 240 pounds. That's pretty damn good. Third down, we get off the field because we got some havoc on the first 2 downs, right? Now, my notes on this, Jonathan, just say his release is so quick, I feel like it's hard to get this guy tipped, okay? I think it's really, really hard to get a hand on this guy's ball in an RPO format because the release is so efficient. All right, now, it doesn't help that over here, watch Messador down here on the bottom, Jonathan. They're going to be a read player here. If anybody has an opportunity to get his hands up into the mix, it's going to be 3, but watch what happens at the snap. We slip and kind of stumble, right? Now we're out of position in order to actually get our hands up and get onto that football. But I was far more comfortable going into the game doing this right here, right? Playing essentially 3 over 2. Do you see the safety, the other safety, and the corner playing 3 over 2 in the run game or in the RPO game, and we're zoning this up? Far more comfortable with this, as long as assuming we can tackle, right? Assuming we can vice the football right here and not give up an explosive. I felt like if Miami made them do this 14 plays over, eventually Ruben Bain would make a TFL on first down, right? Now it's 2nd and 14. Oh, now we got an incompletion. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now we can hunt the quarterback and get off the field. I felt like that would have been my game plan, and I felt like to the most part it was Miami's game plan. Make them walk that sucker. I mean, did they allow – the biggest explosive in the game was allowed by Indiana's defense, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
I thought this was also a slight difference in this football game, right? So Keontae Scott over here. The last, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 football games. Oh, wrong play. Sorry, 23. The last couple of football games, Keontae Scott, there wasn't a play that he didn't make, right? Wasn't a play that he attempted to make that he did not make. This is a prime example of that. We're attempting to make a play and we don't, all right? Hey, either play the man or play the ball. Make a play on the ball or make a play on the man. I think we try to do both right here, Jonathan. I think we try to swipe the football, realize we're not there fast enough, and now we're trying to reach his back and tackle him. We're in trouble. We're in a compromised position. Play one or the other. Don't play both, okay? But again, I think that has just as much to do about release time from the quarterback, all right, and ball placement from the quarterback as it does Keontae Scott just not making a play. Tell me what happens right here without number 4, Jonathan. Watch number 4. They're going to run midliner right down the sucker of it, okay? They got good angles everywhere, okay? They got good angles everywhere. We got these 2 working up to probably him. I would imagine these 2 working back to him, these 2 sealing it off. Is that how that is? Nope. We're going all the way out. Let me rewind that. All right. These 2 are going to 29. These 2 are working up to 1. These 2 are working up to 31. He's sealing off the backside, okay? So that's the responsibilities. Now, because one jumps the wrong gap again, you see that? One's jumping the wrong gap again. We have a massive crease right here, an absolute huge one to put us one-on-one with the safety, but really not because we have grass right here, Jonathan, to run away from him and his leverage. Okay, so we're in trouble right here if 4, who again has really, really short arms, right? Really, really short arms, unless he sticks that out there and makes a play for +5. What's the OC's job in run game, Jonathan?
Put the running back one-on-one with the safety.
He would have done so here, right, if Ruben Bain wasn't elite, okay? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a quick break to give a big-time shout-out to our friends over at Sleeper, our premier sponsor on the year, and they're doing a great job. The #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. Over on Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded together. Use promo code Brooks today over on Sleeper and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Again, promo code Brooks on Sleeper gets you 100% deposit match today up to $100. Sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. I want to give you a quick tutorial of how friendly and how easy it is over there on Sleeper today. We're going to scroll over to the college football tabs at the top right there, and then you can see we've got all the quarterbacks ready for their pass yardage with their total yardages set. We've got rushing yardages for both quarterbacks and running backs, receiving yards, all that good stuff, passing touchdowns. And here's what I am looking at today, guys. Looks really, really juicy. Jamal Haynes, half a touchdown total in this matchup this weekend against Oklahoma. Come on, guys. One place to be this year, Sleeper. Promo code Brooks. We appreciate those guys. No point in coaching that one up. We're good there. We're good there. See, I thought the first 25 minutes of this football game, we was going to swallow our whistle and let them play. That's what I thought. I'm not a save the whales guy. I'm not a pay the teachers guy. I am. I want the whales saved. I want the teachers paid. I want refs to make every call the right way. Reality is, we don't have world peace, okay? So here's the deal. I thought this was clean. I thought both of these football players at this point right here, null and void. Like whatever you think you're about to call, null and void. They're both engaged. If they're both engaged, it's a no PI situation, in my opinion. But there is a little bit of a yank there now that you see the all-22 isn't there. Okay, we do change his body right there. All right, so I understand the point of the call. I just thought both players were being physical. Let's let them be physical. I hope people see what I see in this kid. I hope I'm not wrong. I wonder why it took this long, honestly. You tell me he's a senior. This is draft him in the top 20 junior tape, okay? So I don't know what last year's tape looked like, but this MFer, Jesus, man. To do that without getting a face mask as well is really impressive. All right, 3rd and long right here, Jonathan. It's an absolute no-no. This is an absolute no-no. Cannot. We just killed ourselves, okay? We did this twice on back-to-back possessions, I believe. Or no, it was the possession right before that, right after the half where they get the face mask penalty. But we got them in a 3rd and 10. We should be getting off the field right now. But instead, we're not disciplined, okay? We're not. We're in a national championship game on a 3rd and 10, ball at the middle of the field. The line of scrimmage should be looking at each other and saying, watch the ball. The sidelines should be jumping up and down. You know how many DJO signs I see nowadays in football? A lot. Every program has some type of sign, should have some type of sign standing behind their play caller on 3rd downs for DJO. Do not jump off sides. Don't. Can't do it, man. Dude, we're off the field. We're off the field. We've forced a tight window throw. It's an incompletion. We're off the field. Instead, it's 3rd and 5. And what are they about to do on 3rd and 8? What are they about to do on 3rd and 8? They're going to convert. And worse, they're going to convert with a rundown. You know why they're willing to run the football right now, Jonathan?
Because they're going to go for it.
Because they're going to go for it. Because you just gave them the opportunity to do so. Okay? And I believe they end up scoring on this drive. Now they definitely do. They're in field goal position. So, like, we're killing ourselves, man. This was the primary talking point going into this. I told Miami fans, you're going to have to play perfect. And they're like, we don't have to play perfect. They don't have the dudes. They play perfect, requiring you to play perfect, okay? I think this is elite stuff here, guard to guard, okay? And this backside tackle, I think he does a tremendous job as well. Look at all these guys. Okay, get them on angles. Look at 74 going and stepping on them toes right here, this right guard. Look at this. It's elite stuff, man. It's also the negatives about sim pressures, Jonathan. They have their biggest 3 football players blocking our 3 smallest. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they get movement. Even if you get penetration, it doesn't matter. I'm going to knock you off the spot, and then the back can make a cut. We're going to increase those creases. That's exactly what happens. Can I get a time check, please?
30 minutes.
Woo! Second and 7 is normally a, I don't know what kind of down, but for Indiana, it's always a, can we get into 3rd and 2? Can we get into 3rd and 2? So what we're going to do is we're going to spit the ball out there into the flat to Charlie Beckert, all right? And we're going to get more than 3rd and 2. We already have the first down picked up right now. But here's where it gets really, really freaky, okay? We throw it out there with some space and guys start making tackles miss. And now we've got a really, really big play, which is exactly what happens, okay? I don't think box counting is this easy and as efficient everywhere else, though. Every other football team that is a 25% RPO football team, I think is poop. I think it's poop. They're not consistently able to do so. This team, the best to ever do it with regards to RPOing. I mean, did they have a tipped pass in this game, Jonathan? From the line of scrimmage. Did the line of scrimmage put a single hand on a ball?
Not that I can recall.
Every RPO team I ever studied has 3 or 4 of them a damn game. So they figured out a lot of these issues with RPOs as well. Let's go to the tight. This is really, really nerdy from me, but this is the block, okay? When we get down here in the red zone, we know they're going to play cover 0, right, Jonathan, which means we know we're going to have limited opportunities for double teams at the line of scrimmage because they have just as many bodies as we do. We have to play what we call big on big quite a bit, all right? But we're actually going to get a single solitary double team right here on number 5. And I want y'all to watch the patience that both of these interior offensive linemen have on what we call the down level, okay? Offensive line coaches will tell you we got to handle the first level first. So I want y'all to watch the dedication to moving number 5 and how slow and deliberate they are until they get to the linebacker level. Did y'all see that? Okay. If we leave that center on an island way too long or way too quickly, he'll lose that rep. Instead, we pick up 4 yards in the red zone right here. Got to handle the first level first. And is this the weapon? I think this is the weapon right here coming in. Give it to the weapon, Kurt. We love us some 37 around these parts. Watch 31 right here, Jonathan. I don't mean to do this to him. It was surprising for me to see this. I mean, we're lost. We're absolutely lost in the sauce, aren't we? Think he thinks maybe quarterback's got ball? He does not. We're hitting duo for 9 right now. All right, first 2 plays of the half. We get a TFL. Ruben Bain gets a sack. It's 3rd and 15. We have momentum. We have momentum. I think we're about to score a touchdown right after this, okay? Face mask. Face mask. Can't do it. They've conceded the possession here in a second. I'm on 41, all right? Let's go to 42. It's 3rd and 17. They have called a halfback draw. This is the definition of conceding the possession. Amen, Jonathan? Oh, yeah. Like we are happy with a punt at this point. Okay, the sticks are all the way back here, big dog. We do not need to be chasing personal glory on 3rd and 15 and risking ourselves a face mask, which is exactly what happens right here. But I believe number 18, is that number 18? It is. Okay, so we cannot be chasing individual excellence on 3rd and 15. We have to play with the team. That's what we have to do. Now, you'll say, but Brooksy, it's the same play you just said Morton doesn't get away with without face masking people. I know, but that was a 2nd and 4 or whatever it was. Not a damn 3rd and 17. We got plenty of help, dude. Don't put yourself at risk right there. No need. I think this is why I kind of compare him to CD, because football players that are this size are not normally this physical. Watch him run this route and put Keontae Scott on his ass. You know what I mean? Like, Keontae's a good football player. Also, the only misread I saw from Mendoza, not misplacement, but misread, okay? We're in double coverage up here. What you can't see is that safety over the top of him and the underneath defender here. Now, whether or not they're taught to read this bottom down or top down, I don't know. I would assume so. He's looking down towards the bottom of the top of the field, isn't he, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we are taught to read this 1 to 2 to 3 to scramble, 1 is double covered, 2 just put his man on the ground, and 3 is double covered. We should be throwing to 2 right now, shouldn't we? Mm-hmm. Another play where, guys, if he's going to put the ball at risk, we have to take advantage of it. It's another rep of one of these. Again, I can't wait for Mel Kiper to tell me he's the 27th best player because he's got 32-inch arms. For someone who has such small arms and such short arms, he sure as shit uses them really, really well. Okay? Really, really well. I mean, this left tackle's full extended, isn't he, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. He ain't got a chance. He ain't got a chance. I don't know how long the left tackle's arms are, but they talking about him like he's a great NFL tackle, or at least a prospect. He's coming back next year for them, but I'm not too worried about arm length is what I'm trying to get at here. I think we're all right. Honestly thought they made more mistakes as a football team did Indiana than normal. Okay, we've seen a couple of misses from them. They had a few false starts. All right. Now, I don't know why I made this one a mistake. What did I? What was I frustrated with about this? What was I looking at? Did I think this ball should be spit out or something? I have no idea. I don't know what I was looking at there. Oh, I know what I was looking at, Jonathan. The wrong play number. That says 49, not 47. This was the mistake. All right, let's take a look at this. Yeah, we don't drop this ball normally. This is a drop from Surratt. We don't drop this ball normally. It's a great job by the quarterback, too, realizing we're going to have to play hot, right, Jonathan? That free defender off the edge was not accounted for in the protection. This guy right here, Keontae Scott, we're hot off him as a quarterback, meaning if he triggers, we got to get the ball out before he's hit. He will be unevaded. No one will touch him, okay? What?
Asking way too much, but Omar Cooper was wide open.
Yeah?
Yeah. Asking way too much, though.
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah.
Safety fell down, too. And the safety fell down because the ball's already coming out.
Right.
You see that? I thought they just had elite rush after elite rush after elite rush from these dudes. I think it's him this time. I mean, just an absolute flabbergasting style of pass rushing ability. These guys have elite hand swipes. I don't know what Jason Taylor is teaching, but there's a screen pass later in the football game. Both of them throw the same move at the same time, and they dip and ghost it's just they're coached really, really well. I did notice that, they might be 23 years old, but these backs run hard as shit, man. They run hard. It's a prime example of it right here. I mean, them feet are constantly moving. Now, until the very end of the football game, I thought they won more of these one-on-one opportunities than any defense had won at this point against Indiana. Right, Jonathan? Like, we went into this football game saying, if you dare play man-to-man, you will die, right? We thought that. They played a good bit of man-to-man, and I'd say there were probably 7 of these types of plays. I think Miami won 4 of them, but the 3 they lost were absolute killers. Yep. Absolute killers. So you get off the field right there. Now, here's what I was weirded out by, okay? Now, these are much wider splits than what Miami's got going on their offensive line, right, Jonathan? Like, we're a full spaced out. We have an extra offensive lineman in here as well, so we're adding gaps. We're bringing the tight end. We're adding gaps. There's 8 gaps to defend here, right, Jonathan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 8 gaps to defend. How many players do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got 7 with the 8th being number 8. He's got to run and fill whatever voids are created. I'm going to pause the film as the ball approaches the line of scrimmage. Do you see my problem? Because I see my problem. I see a crease there. I see a massive crease there. It is being voided by 41. That's fine. I see a massive crease here. I see a massive crease here. Okay? I see somebody getting up to the second level. What I see right now as the ball is approaching the line of scrimmage is an efficient football play. A play that is going to get a lot of yards is what I see. Too much space. Also, look at 62, Jonathan. Look how patient and almost borderline ugly is so patient this is right here. Look at this. Just going to walk on up there and wham. You going to attack my face? Don't worry. I got you now. Keep your hands inside their left guard. Might get away with a hold. That's another one. I thought O'Connor had 2 opportunities to flip this game on his head. We got to go back the other way with this. We got, especially when you see it from the tight right here. I think we have an opportunity to get both hands on this football and make a play on it. Now, it's a great job that we disrupted the pass, and that's awesome, but we had to balance something. We had to steal a possession. They've stolen a punt for a touchdown off of us at this point in the game. We got to steal a possession right here, and we don't. TV copy especially made me think, man, we got to drop down on that and pick that football off. 2nd and 10, they're going to use an RPO to get back into an efficient count, and boy, do they do that and more. Again, we're giving up 1st and 20 explosives. We're giving up 2nd and 10 explosives. Like, those were the things that we can control, I feel like, as a defense, and we failed to do so. Okay? What do my notes say right here? If he looks earlier, it's a win in my opinion. What are we talking about? The wide receiver. Wide receiver, get your eyes back up way earlier. Right now they should be up. Right now they get up, and the ball's already past us. I don't know if y'all can see that. The ball's already hitting the ground. I think we actually have a winner right here, though. Agree or disagree, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. You like my CeeDee Lamb comp? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
They won the ones that they had to. The one-on-ones that they had to win, 4th and 5 is a huge point in the football game. And what a catch by Charlie Beckert right there, man. This is just an elite individual effort, in my opinion, from Fernando. Now, post-game, Fetterman said that there were some people that got the call in here, 31 being one of them. I don't know how ready 31 is to play on this snap. Now, I know why 31 got the call. He's probably got the green dot, right, Jonathan? Right. But 31, who is the player that gets the call first, he's still looking at the sideline right now. You see that? Mm-hmm. He, to me, looks like he is one of the players who is most on his heels. What do you think?
He definitely sits there for a little bit.
Yeah. We sit there quite a bit for a player who was told, draw. Right.
You
know? So, Also, we are doing, now I know why, because we've had freedom of rush all football game, right? We've had freedom of rush all football game. We can do whatever we want. We're great rushers. We're way too far upfield, aren't we? Now we're discombobulated. Now we're on different levels. Look how many different levels we're on. He's -6. He's -5. He's -3. He's +2. He's +5. He's +7. You know what I mean? There is no building of a wall right there, is there? No. Now, the rest of it's all individual excellence by 15. I mean, my God, what a tough competitor. I'm showing this one, though, to my offensive line, okay? If I'm a high school football coach watching this today, I'm showing this one, okay? Because this is 56 minutes into the football game. This is 68 snaps into the football game, playing the best defensive line unit that they've played all year long. And I want everybody to pay attention to the pad level of the left tackle going against the super freak right here in Messidor, okay? I want everybody to pay attention to the level of detail and the level of pad level that this left tackle is playing with. Look at him. All the way to the hip, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. All the way to the hip. We're going to climb the next level, and we're going to get underneath the fucking chin strap of that linebacker. That is the difference, okay? We talked about mass kicking ass going in this football game a lot, didn't we? What defense wore down?
I'd say Miami's.
And I don't think it's their fault either. I think it's because they took 76 snaps against a football team that normally wants to take 55. They got left on the field a little bit longer than normal, but that to me was that's what I'm showing. I'm showing that elite pad level in the fourth quarter. We love to see that around here, okay? This is Becker for the Icer. This is the ball game right here. Another fourth down, I think, right? No, 3rd and 7. But if they don't get this, Miami's getting the ball back at the 30-yard line with 2.5 minutes left in the football game. Instead, it's OV. What do you think, Jonathan?
You know, it's weird watching it on film because
Mike to the face.
if you just were to watch Miami's defense like this way, you didn't know what Miami did offensively, you'd probably think Miami had a really good chance of winning this game. Like, it looks almost favorable in some instances.
I mean, shit, they only gave up 20 offensive points.
Yeah.
I mean, they played great defensively. There were moments of, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't jump off sides on 3rd and 13 and turn it into 3rd and 8. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't turn a 3rd and 15 into an automatic first down due to a face mask.
And then again on that play, too, it's like, that's what Indiana does, though. Like, you might feel like you're winning majority of the game, but they're going to win the moments.
All year long, they did that. Is it replicable from Indiana? I don't know. I don't know if it's that replicable because they were at a talent disadvantage last year, and in the 2 games they lost, it was apparent they were at a talent disadvantage. They went 16 games in a row, despite the fact that there was a talent disadvantage in about 6 of them, and found ways to out-critical the other football team. If that is repetitive or repeatable, then Indiana ain't going nowhere. In fact, they're only going to get gasoline dumped on the fire. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Love you. Bye.